In this video, we will need a skein of yarn. I'm using number 4, and the color is eggplant, and it is an old skein from Joann Fabrics Big Twist. You'll need a 5mm hook, a darning needle, a pair of scissors, and a stitch counter is not needed but recommended. Let's make our mini scarf. We're going to start by making a slip knot and placing it on our crochet hook, and we're going to chain 9. So to chain, you are going to yarn over and pull through. So you'll yarn over in front where the hook is, just like that, and pull through the little loop, and we're going to do that 9 times. I like to always do a count when I'm done, so I'm just going to double check that I have 9 chains. And then I am going to start on the second chain from the hook, and I'm going to yarn over, insert into the stitch, yarn over again, and pull through all 3 stitches on the hook. So again, we're going to yarn over, insert the hook into the stitch, yarn over, and pull through all 3 of the loops. This is what's called a half double crochet, and we're going to continue that for 8 stitches. So, and it's 8 because you started on the second chain from the hook, and we did our first chain of 9. So because our foundation chain was 9 and then we started from the second chain from the hook, that makes it 8. So go ahead and do half double crochets until you get to the end. Now we're at the last stitch on the chain, so we're going to do our last half double crochet. So go ahead and yarn over, insert, yarn over again, pull through, yarn over again, and pull through all 3. Now you can see it's all ready to go and matched up. Now we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. And now we're going to do the same thing down the row, but this time we're going to go into the back loop. To start at the second stitch from the hook, yarn over, insert your hook into the back of that second stitch and pull through, yarn over again, and pull through all 3 of the loops on the hook. Let's do it again. We're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the back loop of that stitch, yarn over again, pull through, yarn over again, pull through all 3 of the loops, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. We're going to continue this process and just go down the row. You don't have to work into the back loop on this project, but it does make a nice little ridge, making your little mini scarf unique. But it's not necessary. You can still make a scarf without doing that. The choice is yours, but it does make your little scarf look a lot cuter. And as you know, I'm all about beginner-friendly projects, and I believe this is beginner-friendly. So I'm going to show you up close. We are at the end of the row. So I want to show you where the hook goes. So this is our last stitch. So if you like flatten it out and you look at it and then turn it to the side, you can see there where the stitch is, and you'll go into the back loop on that very end stitch, just like that. You'll also do the same procedure of yarning over, inserting the hook, yarn over again, pull through, yarn over again, and pull through all 3. If you're wondering how long you should make your scarf, I am doing mine 170 rows. You can do yours however long you'd like. Usually a lot of people like to make it as tall as the person that you're making it is for. So that's about what I'm doing. So mine is going to be 170 rows. So again, we're starting a new row. So start in the second stitch, and we're going to go into the back loops. So there's my second stitch. So relax and just continue this process, and I will meet you back when your 170 rows or however long you're making your scarf is done. All right, I'm going to show you how to do the very last row. We're on our last row of the scarf. So we are going to chain 1 and turn our work, and then we're going to start in the second chain from the hook in the back loop, doing the same process, and we're going to work our way all the way down the row. So we are almost to the end, to the very last stitch. So we're gonna end on the back loop as well. So we have one more. We're just gonna go into that very back loop here and yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 of the loops. And then we are going to get our scissors and cut the working yarn. We're going to take our crochet hook and just pull the yarn through the loop and tighten it gently. Now it's time to sew in our loose ends. So you'll take your darning needle and place that thread through the darning needle, and we're just going to work our way in, finding a way to hide our loose ends. Those of you who have been around for a while know that sewing my loose ends in, or sewing the loose ends into the project, is not my favorite, but it needs to be done, and it needs to be done correctly. So your goal is to make it safe and secure. So that requires a lot of ups and downs and loops, but not too many. You know, you don't want to make it look ridiculously tight. So I worked my way down to a thick part of my scarf, and now I'm just working this in just very carefully, and it's not on the end. So you don't want it to be on the end when you cut it, but you want it to be wrapped in quite a few times, because you want to make sure that it is secure. If it's not secure, it will eventually fall apart. So think of all the work that you've done to get your scarf done, and do you really want to skip this step just because, you know, you don't want to do that. So just work your ends in, and I hope this helps. So I'll show you the other side. Again, I'm just trying to find the area, work my way down to a thick area in the scarf where it's not going to be noticeable and the end's not going to stick out either. So it's very important to take your time and work your ends in. So the scarf is done, and I'm going to show you up close the stitch. This is my finished scarf. So again, here are the little ridges, and I'm going to show you. This is what it looks like on, and if you want to tie it, however, or just put it around. Also, I think I had it tied. I'm not sure how I did it. So if you want to tie it, you can tie it or wear it however you want. I do have it in a little knot here, just a little one. You can make it a little bigger so it's not too tight around your neck, or you can make it snug. So we're going to measure the scarf, and it measures about 62 inches. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.